What's up, guys? I'm on this iPad. I've never used this iPad before, so we'll give it a shot. I know a lot of you guys are like, I thought this asshole has a sew shop. I thought they make tactical gear. Why is he always standing out in a garage or a gym somewhere? Because this is the quietest place. It's super loud out there. Got an email last night. I get a lot of these emails. I got an email last night from a dude named Adam. Has what I perceive to be a fire. It's maybe a firewood company, pit masters, barbecue. So I think he's doing this like barbecue circuit. Tells me he works with all these super high-end dudes, and he has this business opportunity. Blah blah blah. It's a paragraph put together. It's a mass email. I see this email, and he's like, "Hey man, I've really checked out your content. I really like what you're doing. I think you'd be a good fit. I have this opportunity for you." So I just replied, and I never reply to these. I just delete. I get fucking hundreds of these things a week. But I replied to him. I said, "What content?" Because I was curious. I'm just starting to wonder where, like, does this bullshit work? And he replied back. With something. I said, "What content?" Rather than sending me a generic copy-paste email, what do you have in mind? And he came back with, "You don't have to be hateful. You don't have to be an asshole." So we're done. Like at that point, I go, "You have mistaken. You can still have tact," is what he said. I said, "You've mistaken lack of tact for brevity and just being to the point." I said, "You reached out to me because somehow I got on your radar." And what he's wanting to do, turns out he has a firewood company, and he makes firewood. And it seems like a neat niche, because I've been looking at firewood shit. I just bought a fucking huge firewood processor, and we can do firewood. And I'm, prepper stuff. I always think you should always have 3 means to heat, 3 means to cool, 3 means to do everything. So it looks like he has a log splitter, like, a Home Depot or, Tractor Supply log splitter, same thing we started with years ago. And he is cutting firewood for these pit masters, and he's trying to get into some, higher end artisan type restaurant stuff. Neat niche. Good idea. But it just fucking completely deteriorates from there. So I'm curious now who this guy is. And he could have come back that night with, "You know what, you're right, man. I do this in the evening because I'm so busy just trying to get my shit really moving, and I'm trying to hit all these avenues, and I just keep throwing fucking darts out there hoping one of them hits somewhere." And one did hit. It landed with me, and I actually replied to him. And he totally fucking shit the bed any chance of ever doing anything. Even with my first email, he could have come back with, "Man, you're right. I've just threw all these out there, hoping a couple guys reply. You did. Now let me take the time to just, write something out, kind of explain what we're doing." So I'm curious now after the fuck you, no fuck you kind of thing. And I said, "Man, you definitely have unqualified us ever doing anything. You are so thin-skinned with this shit. You tell me you carry a gun, you want to carry a gun. We make gear for guys that carry guns and kill bad guys on a regular basis. I don't want to be associated with your business just from this first email." His email reply was okay, but it started, his first sentence fucking just disqualified everything he said with, "Hey, I'm a bitch," is what he basically said about himself. So I'm curious now. So I take his thing. His name's Adam Dupuy or somebody, Adam. And he's got this little firewood business. But you can't really tell what it is. If it's barbecue, firewood, you can't really tell what he's doing. Lumberjack maybe. So I take his Adam at, whatever, Pitmasters or something. So I take that URL out of his email, just take the Adam at off, and the email site's dead. The website's dead. There's no website. So I take that and I put it in Facebook, and a couple things come up. And the first video is this video, and the video only has 3 thumbs up on it. And he says his first name, never says really who he is in his video. It's him. And he has 3 followers. But he's telling me how he has this this client list, and he's developed this online marketing thing, and he has over 1 million followers, and he can give us 1 million followers. I just mentioned in a video the other day, we have 40,000 organic customers on our email list. We've never merged, we've never purchased them, we've never sold them to be on our email list. And we do that because of social media, right? I have 750,000 followers on Facebook, but you have to pay to play. I've spent $650,000 marketing with Facebook. I spent $65,000 just promoting our one ad. The sticker says made in the motherfucking USA, right? We did that for like 4 years, and Facebook's one day is like, hey, your ad's been canceled. It doesn't meet community guidelines. I'm like, I don't even know that we're running an ad. What is this? And it's the ad that we have run for 5-6 years now. All of a sudden, one day out of the blue, it's not good enough for them, even though we've ran it to the tune of $65,000. So they cancel my ad. So I have to accept that they've canceled my ad. Do you know that 2 weeks later they came back and they're like, hey, we recommend you run this ad. We would run this ad right here. This would probably get a lot of traffic. They offered to run my ad that they had canceled for me. Why did they do that? Because it was under the old guidelines. They cancel it, and then they're fine with you redoing it because they don't have to pay you. Same reason they canceled all those dudes on YouTube. They canceled James. They canceled all these guys' channels, but they let them set up a brand new channel, reload the exact same content, the whole deal. Why did they do that? Because they had to pay them under the old guidelines, and now they don't pay those guys shit because they were making a lot of money. They brought everybody in. Everybody use our platform. It's free. We're going to pay you to do it. We're going to make it worth it for you to build our name. But once they did that, sorry guys, we're not going to pay you shit anymore. You can still come over and load all the same content now that you've helped us build our company. So this dude, his email's broken. His video that came up top on search on Facebook, which means that's his highest ranked video on Facebook, had 3 thumbs up. The web address on his Facebook is broken. But he's telling me how he's going to get me, a data list of 1 million viable qualified customers. And he's like, yeah, I do. And basically what it comes down to is he provides firewood for high-end barbecue dudes doing this barbecue circuit and high-end restaurants. Fucking great concept. Awesome concept, dude. Fucking, I hadn't heard of that, and I've really been watching firewood shit and, wood processing stuff. So rather than just going, hey man, you know what, you're right, I sent this out here, even though it's midnight, because that's when I replied to him, was like at midnight, and he got back to me. Even though it's midnight, let me type some shit out. Thanks for getting back to me. I sent out, 2,000 of these emails, and only 3 of you guys replied. Thanks for replying. Rather than doing that, it completely went sideways, and all his shit's broken. And you're talking to a dude who I'm not the best at this, but I'm way fucking better than you are at this. And I actually have fucking millions and millions of dollars of sales every year, and I've actually been doing this for 32 years. And you sign, and the MF CEO of, whatever his company is, I'm trying not to say his company. I don't want you guys to go and fucking bash him down. I also don't want to give him any free advertising. Me mentioning his company and him would drive more traffic to him than he has gotten in his whole entire career thus far, just by a mention in the video. So it works both ways. So I'm just putting this together, and I said, man, I tell my kids all the time before you're about to do something stupid or something, when you're just fired up, ask yourself 2 things. What do I stand to gain by this? But more importantly, what do I stand to lose by what I'm about to do before you hit that return button? And I've done that a lot, and it has bit us in the ass a lot of times. But I always stick by my guns. You might not like what I say, but at the end of the day, you're always going to know what I actually thought about what I said and when I said it. I might come back every now and then and say I'm wrong. I might even have to apologize to a couple of dudes here and there. But I still stand by everything I say. So we'll see how this video goes. I've never made one on the iPad. I usually have a camera dude sitting here doing all kinds of great, crazy shit. He is not here, so I'm going to upload this to YouTube, and then from YouTube, I'm going to share the link onto Facebook and figure out how to get this on Instagram. Thanks, guys. Have a great day. SOE Tactical Gear. My name is John Willis. I critique that dude. I'm not saying that. I don't say that enough. After 2,600 videos and millions of views, I just assume people know. But really what I should assume is that there's new people every day. So John Willis, the company is SOE Tactical Gear. If you don't like this video, there's 2,600 on YouTube to watch about any range of different things. If there's something you want to do, I've done it, or I fucking have had somebody on the video doing it. So check it out and let us know what we can do for you.